But I wanted to talk about someone who's seriously gotten under my skin.
Aw, that's adorable. That's pretty cute. I've gotten under your skin. Glad to know. Can we get to the point?
Throwing my hat in this ring and talking about someone who is such an indescribable asshole that they've caused me physical discomfort just by things they've said and the fact that they still breathe.
Boo-hoo, grow a pair. Whether it be figurative, testicular fortitude, or literal breasts, grow a pair. This entire video you waste time with insults instead of getting to your main points. Your personal feelings and matters are irrelevant. Get to your points. Imagine being so offended by someone's personal opinions and what they defend to the point that you make a video and most of the video is just you going on about insults because you're personally offended. So yeah, another response. Good news, this really isn't on the Madam and Slumers drama. It's more focused on me and my supposed wrongdoings I've done. Considering who this person is, I expected someone like this to try and step up only to fall. Throughout his video, he takes my points or posts and exaggerates them to fit his narrative. Now for the first segment, we will talk about his points and how he changes the narrative to fit what he wishes. I am a dick, but there's a certain length you can go to exaggerate it.
Oh shit, sorry dude. Again, she's not a victim. Do not even dare say she made these mistakes because of her sexual assault. Don't. No, not happening. No excuses. Madame made mistakes. She made mistakes. If one deserves harassment, so does the other. What excuses? I was comparing a situation to how a victim can still be a victim even if they made a mistake. I made mistakes with my abuser, and I still had the ability to take him legally to action. Okay, you also deserve punishment for your mistakes. Madame never abused Slimmers, so you can't pin Slimmers' mistakes on Madame. No excuses. Period. Well, Madame did technically kind of steal the art and not credit Slimmers after that was part of their agreement, and then publicly harassed and abused her verbally in a video. So yeah, she did harass Slimmers. And holy crap, you disgusting piece of shit. Where do I even begin? Like, holy shit, you shot yourself instantly in the foot with both of these replies. You straight up said she's not a victim. In the most homey way possible, choke on my transsexual pink pube dick.
Either he's intentionally changing the context, or he just doesn't know the context. I didn't deny that Slimmers wasn't harassed. They were both harassed. The point was, Madam didn't abuse Slimmers. That was the point that was making, as Eden Pastel tried to pass it off as such. And when I'm talking about abuse, just for a little bit more context, if you actually need it, since it's not obvious, I'm talking about when it came to like the sexual harassment, abusers, that. I'm not talking about harassment in general being abuse. Somehow he takes this as me saying Lilith or Slimmers here deserve to be punished for her sexual assault. Where in this do you read, it's your fault, you deserve punishment for your sexual assault? He takes my point of view of all mistakes deserve punishment or consequences, and actually tries to twist it into me saying this person here, whether it be Lilith or Slimmers, deserves punishment for their sexual assault. This is most likely because Eden Pastel decided she was going to make a post telling people I said she deserved her abuse. If I deleted those tweets, why is it I just found them on my suspended account? He continues throughout his video actually saying that he makes teases such as me deleting comments and even tries to say that I wiped my account or that I have deleted things. Well, here they are, so if they're hidden, why are they here? If I deleted them, why is it when I sign into my suspended account, they're still here?
Heads up, y'all, the sequel with me reacting to the video has been cancelled due to him being even more of an obsessive headass who has been insulting and harassing Slimmers on multiple social medias, all while constantly bringing up and mocking her assault, saying she was being excused because, quote, Daddy played a little too much, / Daddy tried to have his pathetic fun, claiming to have her case number and lying about her. So, sorry to everybody who wanted a sequel, but I'm honestly done with all of this. It's not funny anymore. It's just gross.
Comment below that is pointing out that I didn't lie about having her number. People confused case number with phone number. Pondered it in her recent video and considering how old and outdated it was. Why would I deny something I said when there's evidence I said it? So wait, me not lying is an issue, then me supposedly lying is an issue. Make up your mind.
At this point, I'm not even going to watch his video. It ain't worth it. And then Akuma replied, I never lied about her, and I never claimed to have the number. I have her case number. You don't deny what you said. In fact, you ignore it. All I really have to say is, how dare you, dude?
How dare you? How dare you?
Being so stupid, such a waste of space that you allow someone to be excused of mistakes based upon age and the fact that Daddy tried to have his pathetic fun. It'll be so funny if you were commenting as the video.
Here you show evidence. Once again, I didn't deny saying it. You'll quickly pick up on this, but he's using Madlib's video where I troll a shit ton of people, including Slmurs, Madlibs, and ZZ. I actually believe Ponder came around then as well.
Was playing. Oh, here's another gem. So this guy retweeted what you said, and if anyone has better access to records, I have @Slimmer's file number and the county for such. File number and a county. This sounds like a court issue.
This actually helps my previous video. There was a total of 3 alts of mine involved with the me going to doc Slmurs scandal. This one here literally proves I said I'd probably not find it. You mentioned minor as if that makes any difference. We are 1 year apart. Age is entirely irrelevant. Irony is, you continue to mention, age, her being 15, and all of that, and I'm no doubt assuming you're one of those people that excuses it because she's 15, don't attack a minor, but the irony in that, I don't mind that you're saying all these things about me. It's just the irony in that is, I am 1 year older than her, and here you are technically attacking a minor. I don't mind it. It's you do you, and it's just I'm using your own logic against you.
If that's the case, I have a hard time believing you have a trustworthy source, as the person is a minor and a minor's court records are generally not available to the public except under extreme circumstances. To which you replied with, which is why my follow-up tweet stated the likelihood of finding it. It was low. I'm glad you're intelligent. Please next time look into it before immediately responding. I'm not 100% sure of the legality of this, but what I do know is that anyone looking at this ought to cringe with disgust if they have any moral bones in their body. What the fuck do you need a minor's sexual assault record for? Are you just some sick bastard who gets off to that, or do you want to continue shaming a sexual assault victim with something she's trying to put behind herself? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, honestly, when I first got into the situation, I was trolling. However, the second I looked at the evidence, I knew what was clear. Both of them have made mistakes. If you are to attack Madame for hers, you should also be attacking Slmurs for hers. Your excuse is evidence, isn't it? Well, here it is. Otherwise, leave both of them be. Don't be a hypocrite with double standards.
You're showing my description which wasn't hidden from anyone. There's nothing of value actually in it, thus showing it is useless. You say that me saying I'm trolling is me using an excuse, when no, I'm literally saying what I did, which was trolling several people. That's not an excuse, that's just what I did. That's how I troll. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. It's not going to change anything at the end of the day. I will do as I please.
Yeah, Akumu, don't be a hypocrite with double standards. And mysteriously, while I'm writing this script, the Slmurs video was taken down. Unfortunately for you, Nezzy and Ponder's video completely covers all the bullshit you spoke of within it. We're not as stupid as you. We take records. Now
here you are trying to insinuate suspicion when you already know why it was removed. 1. Bad editing, bad scripting. 2. My video is in Ponder's video. Ponder's video is currently in my video, so my current video responding to her is building on the previous original video. So that is basically the new hotspot. There's nothing to hide in that description. All I said was I was trolling, and I'm literally acknowledging me trolling in this video. So why would I hide the fact I was trying to troll? Exactly. You have no actual reason to it. You're just insinuating suspicion because you can.
Punish you for having no self-respect. I'm here to punish you for being an absolute dumbass. Reminder of who and what you are. Wow. Good for you, dude. Do you see yourself as some...
Here you are using screenshots from my troll account. This one is clearly from Madlib's video, as you can see the censor she put over my name. This is my troll account. In Madlib's video, you would probably be able to find my tweet where I say Slmurs is marked by sin with with my points from my previous video, once again proving I was trolling. Because this is trolling and not me being serious in the slightest, your further points are useless, making this segment void of its point and useless.
I like how you listed geeking as if it were some sort of massive accomplishment, when in reality your profile was probably something like Kink Daddy Akumu 69, with a profile filled with botched 50 Shades of Grey quotes, mixed with various horribly cropped Death Note images.
No, my name on Geeking was literally Akumu, and the most common profile picture I would have was a Tokyo Ghoul Kaneki image, and the background was probably medieval fantasy art that used dark color grading, dark grays, all of that. I suspect that you were maybe on Geeking as well, but again, and the irony is you bring up SJW, but you are literally one of them. You're a gender social construct crusader.
I implore you to prove me wrong. Regardless of the outcome, I'm keeping comments enabled on this video. Unlike you, I can handle the quote-unquote rush of comments, as you call them. That's a creative way of saying valid criticism, dumbass.
Was that supposed to be some kind of attempt at a joke or a comedic gag? Yeah, that was pretty bad. That's your decision. Whatever you choose to do with your channel is your decision. What you do with your comments are your decision. If I don't have mine on, that's my decision. I really don't see how my decision affects you or your decision with your comments affect me. It is your channel, not mine.
Not that it matters, since you disabled the comments like a pussy, but I do have evidence of you yourself admitting to deleting comments that don't portray you or your video correctly, aka comments you didn't like because they derailed your shaky, pathetic points or they hurt your feelings. And when that became all of the comments, it was just easier for you to disable them. Also, you're so much of a pussy that when you posted your video, you wiped out your tweets to try and hide any evidence against you. A heads up, after I publish my video, I'm gonna delete most of my tweets. There won't be a use for them afterwards. And then you tried to backtrack with a pinned tweet saying, "Oh, I don't delete anything," when the images were cropped not to show the clock or date, and the profile picture was different in the images compared to your current one.
You see, you did a lot of depth research, kind of like Ponder did, but you didn't come to the conclusion that I've had several alts. The screenshot you just showed is my current account showing screenshots of the account Ponder was talking about. You're talking about my troll account. I said I was going to wipe some tweets, and I even explained why. It was all junk. I also go into depth on the same account, literally saying if I didn't, someone would get my that current trolling alt suspended. It was to prevent alt suspension, not to hide any truths. So, here's what you're doing. You're changing the narrative and taking screenshots from one alt to one rebuttal and trying to add it to this one. That's not going to work. You see, I'm not going to allow you to lie. It was a good try, though. And I guess I'll give you an A for effort.
Did you guys seriously think I was done? I haven't even talked about the racism, the homophobia, the transphobia. Yeah, this guy's a real deck of cards. And all the cards are jokers, but only Jared Leto, none of the cool ones. Let's start with the racism. Correction. I will ask and have asked why they chose to shit on a character's design. It's simple.
Racism. He uses my viewpoint on the Black Nezuko situation to prove racism. Ironically, I am mixed. I shouldn't have to go in any more in depth, but I will. Basically, a cosplayer who is black cosplayed Nezuko. Several people called her out. This includes myself. I'm glad you mentioned Geeking. That was a fun app until it ended with sex-crazed furries and pedophiles. Back to my main point, you compare the act of role-playing with an OC to cosplaying with a character. Here's the thing about OCs are original characters. You create the characters, thus you choose the race. Most of the actual roleplay community doesn't roleplay an already existing character. They make OCs and decide the race, sexuality, storyline, and more. I never once said it was wrong to be a different color. Your point would succeed if you proved I did, because I'm mixed. Thus would be making me a hypocrite, and would be a much stronger point. However, you can't prove that. So you take me giving valid criticism about respecting a character's design and cosplaying what you look like to me actively shaming people for the color of their skin, when I am shaming them for cosplaying a character that isn't the color of their skin or looks like them. I didn't just talk about race, I talked about body type as well. No one wants to see a short, fat, and stubby Master Chief. You chose to ignore that to fit your narrative. Never once said anything about stills. Most people in the art community who use stills have their stills as OCs. Nuxtaku isn't pale like Sans. Is that racist? Ponder doesn't actually have tentacles. Racist? Stills aren't actually someone dressing up as the character.
Now then, the homophobia. This writer here is a fine example of an issue with the MHA/BNHA community. Headcanon, AU, ship for fun, those are all excuses for you to spread your filthy, annoying garbage ideals throughout the community. Todeku is not a thing.
Now the homophobia claim. As you can see, he takes my Instagram post about BNHA gay ships and how toxic and oversaturating they are to me actually supposedly hating all gay people. If I did, why didn't I shame James for being bisexual? Why did I defend him on Twitter when people started attacking him for his opinions? Your logic is so poor. You do all this research, and if you went this in depth, you no doubt would have found the evidence that goes against this. Now to explain my point on BNHA and ships being a serious issue. If you take a look at the BNHA Amino, it's always ship content featured, mostly gay ships. Secondly, you can find this shit on Twitter and Instagram, and you even show me going through valid points against your argument in the comment section. Not a wise idea. I was talking about the Kiribaku ship issue mostly. They tried to force Kiribaku to be canon with a petition, let alone the art of depicting these minor characters kissing. Do I have to mention the TikTok Kiribaku shit? You can find it on YouTube. Not once did I say I hate or fear gay people. Not once did I express hatred or fear for gay people. I expressed hatred for fictional ships that oversaturate the BNHA community and have spawned major conflicts within it. The ships just happen to be gay.
And will never happen. Bakudeku is not a thing and never will happen. Just about any of your gay ships won't happen and have no evidence. Do something productive. Yeah, do something productive, Akumo. You're sick. I do have a cold, you're not wrong. It's a form of expression. 2, it makes people happy. Why is it an issue? It's a cheap and sick way of a form expression. If it makes you happy, you're fucked. I like how you decided to correct someone on their grammar earlier, but you do this. Nice. As you can see, his devotion towards his fiery hatred for homosexuals is quite heavy. The mere thought of Kirishima and Bakugo touching tips sends him into a frenzy of which is filled with poorly sent Instagram comments, whining, and bitching. Oh, and then deleting the comments. Let's go through a few of those, shall we? Now then, he's transphobic as well. If he's made it to this point, I'm surprised he has managed this long. If you haven't figured it out, jackass, I'm a girl.
Sure sounds like you're working on it. That voice sounds real feminine, huh?
I'm working on it. Anyways, let's look at some. Haha, I'm an epic memer tweets. I purposefully call people their real sex, however I'm not anti-trans. Yes, you are.
Here we go with this transphobia shit again, and I'm pretty sure I explained this in James's video and debunked the whole thing, but here we go. I don't hate anyone for their opinions or perspective. I may call you an idiot at times, but I don't even hate Ponder. I don't hate you for your attempts to be a woman, and I never will. That's your decision. When it comes to trying to force or demand what other people do, that's when we have issues. Your gender dysphoria is your problem, not mine, so don't treat it as such. Your gender dysphoria makes you genuinely believe something untrue, which is why it's by definition delusions. Do I hate you over it? No. I don't have any prejudice until you demand shit from others. That's when it crosses the line. Ironically, I just had a debate with someone and basically debunked the whole gender is a social construct argument. I was editing that up until you notified me of this response. So this whole interaction thing is just quite ironic. My prediction is you'll try and strike me or take down my video because I don't refer to the pronouns you desire. At the end of the day, I don't hate you for your beliefs, and I'm not going to do whatever you want me to do. I'm not going to refer to you to the proper pronouns, and it's not a big deal over that. If you don't like that, okay, there's no need to make a big deal over it. But do I hate you for your beliefs? No. Do I fear you because of your beliefs? No. So ultimately, there's no transphobia. You just simply don't like the fact that I'm not going to do what you want. So then you use this word to target people that don't do what you want. Now, there is genuine transphobia, and I've seen it before. I'm not denying that it doesn't exist. But you're using the word on me when I genuinely don't hate or fear anybody for this belief. So, if you just want to continue to use that word, go right ahead. It's going to make a fool out of yourself. You say you don't care at the beginning of your video, yet you make this video. You waste time with insults instead of getting straight to the point, which is one of my flaws at the beginning. You insult me for my beliefs repeatedly throughout your video, but I am the hateful one. You have to have some form of care to go to this point and make a video. Ponder clearly did, I clearly did. If you don't care, you wouldn't have. Thus, yet again, another contradiction. So I'm going to explain the whole alt thingy because I no doubt got a feeling that people are going to try and use that again. This is the alt that I used to troll right here. 641 tweets. Yet I wiped it. Okay. And this one's also suspended. Then there's my current alt, which is this one. And then there's my previous alt, which plenty of them shared the same pictures, but the ads are quite different, as you can see. I've had a lot of alts. Probably, I guess I could go with the number 11, and plenty of them share the same profile pictures, so I can understand the confusion, but if you pay attention to the screenshots, you can clearly tell that the @ is different, or the name. Typically the name is quite different. I'm glad I got to finish the Slummers and Madam Drama and cut that off and end that with the video, because I'm not going to have my entire channel be really based upon that. I have plans, and one of them is I'm probably going to post some bits and pieces of the storyboard I'm working on, if you guys want to see it. I have several stories. I've been writing and working on almost 5 to 6 stories. Not all by myself. I can't take the credit all by myself. 3 of them are entirely by myself. One of them, which is the most extensive and lore-built one I have that I worked on for a year with 2 buddies. I worked on with 2 buds. So, and the other one is just a me and another friend thing. Another one steps in to help out with it. So technically, same 3 buddies. But yeah, I got like 5 good stories I'm working on. So if you guys want to see some of the content from that, storyboards, just let me know. As well, I'm hoping you guys like this whole segment thing. I'm trying to make it a little bit more entertaining. And so I'm probably going to do more skits and everything. Probably provide more hooks as well, because if I'm going to get better when it comes to the content, I'm going to have to try new things. So that's why I tried the new editor. That's why I tried this new mic. Just really trying to improve when it comes to content-wise. So if you guys have any suggestions when it comes to the segments, someone else gave me one on Twitter, so I went with that for this video. But if you have any other suggestions, go right ahead and comment down below what they are.